part of a big night, big fight card. You're here, you know, talking to a big group of media. I know you're not fighting tonight, but does it feel like, you know, things are starting to click for you?
Yeah, I'm running all cylinders right now. Just being here, this environment gets me going, getting amped up. Just being here, being around the octagon. So I can't wait, man. This is a good night to be here.
Where are you at in your preparation process right now? Kind of what's the daily mantra as you're getting ready for a big fight?
The daily mantra is kill every day. You know, every day is destroy the day. Don't give the day any chance. Just like I'm gonna plan on doing the fight. Give him no chance. That's what we're doing.
Were you surprised to get Chris Weidman as an opponent? You weren't sure if he was going to move up to light heavyweight or not. It kind of came out of nowhere as far as the opponent.
I was a bit surprised. I was like, oh, Chris Weidman. I'll definitely take the fight, but I wasn't expecting that name to come out. So I'm happy with the name that came out, Chris. But I'm ready to go either way.
I'm curious, with that name, though, what do you think Weidman does for you in terms of the title shot? Because it's great because he's a former champion, but other people will say, well, this isn't a guy who's ranked in the division. Do you believe a win over him guaranteed the next title shot?
Absolutely. A win over Chris Weidman guarantees me a title shot. He's a former champion. I beat two former title challengers. Now I'm beating champs. And the only thing left to do is fight the champ of my division after I take out Chris. I mean, that's my projection. I'm 5-0 in the UFC. I'll be 6-0. 12-0 overall. Like, what argument is there?
I hear the name Corey Anderson brought up a lot. I hear even Jan Blachowicz as an option. I mean, do you feel like they deserve something and, you know, maybe you're next, or do you feel like they don't even deserve that chance in front of you?
All I know is I got to take care of Weidman first. So, I mean, if they want to fight him in the meantime, I mean, I'm busy anyway. So you could do that while I'm busy, but when I'm not busy and I'm ready to go, I'm up. You know, I'm not going to be ready. You know, all goes well, God willing, obviously, and I beat Chris in the fashion that I know could beat Chris in. I'm next, like, period. I shouldn't have to sit around for a year or however long to wait. Like, after this fight, the talk should be me next.
What about Johnny Walker? I mean, I hear that name obviously, and he's like the upstart. Obviously, he hasn't been around as long as you, but seems to have a lot of buzz. I mean, what do you think about him leapfrogging you?
Not while I'm around. Shit, he's not leapfrogging me. I don't care. Like, no.
Do you feel any pressure to maybe put on this factor against Weidman and have to come off your first shoot to cement that title?
I put pressure on myself because the goal for me every fight is to finish the fight. My job is to go there and finish the fight. And if I don't get that done, I feel I failed myself. So that's my mentality and how I feel about it, and I'm actually kind of pissed about my last fight that I didn't finish him. I know Volkan's an incredible competitor. He's the best guy I've fought by far. He came out in better shape than I've ever seen him, and he looked phenomenal, but I was better that night, and I won. So I want to finish Weidman.
How do you feel about Volkan still talking about you a lot after his last fight? Do you feel like it's something he just needs to forget about, or what is your reaction to everything he's saying?
I mean, he's upset, man. So is my ex-girlfriend, but...
What did it hurt?
She's not in the picture, and she wants to be, period.
Obviously, everyone's coming after Jon Jones. There's a lot of talk. DC wins, the trilogy. Let's say that happens. What do you think should happen in the meantime in the light heavyweight division?
Well, I feel like that fight would happen, you know, Jones's timeline he wants in December. I feel like that's possible if he wins tonight, or even if he doesn't win tonight, whatever. That fight's possible in December. I fight in October. I watch them fight in December. I fight them in April, May.
What did you think of his performance against Thiago dos Santos? I'm just wondering, did you have him winning that fight against the 239?
I actually had him losing by a round. So I was there. I was sitting cage side. And a completely objective, unbiased, you know, judging in my own eyes, and I saw Thiago winning the hands exchanges and kind of pushing him back. Jon is a great champion. He knows how to win. He knows how to win the judges over, stay in his face, and he won the fight. You know, much respect to him. He did his thing. He's a champion. Just now I can fulfill my destiny, which is taking out Jon.
Does that give you even more confidence as far as, you know, when you inevitably face Jon Jones? Like, were you able to sort of pick up some balls? Is it easy to capitalize on?
The thing with Jon is he adapts to everybody he fights. So it's hard to say, oh, I picked up this or that from each fight. So bottom line is, I'm different than anybody he's fought, and I'm me. And when I fight him, he has to adapt to me and try to figure me out. And that's what it is. And I'm fighting Jones, you know. I take what I get.
How do you plan on structuring this camp? Because I know for your last fight, you did a bit of cross training, and I believe at Dan Henderson's. Like, is that the plan goal for this camp?
Well, my last camp was in Denver. I moved my entire everything to Denver. And some things went well, some things didn't, you know. And now I'm back home. I'm back in California training full time, training with Joe Stevenson and training with Dan Henderson. Back to my comfort, back to what I feel I need. Got my people around me, just great energy, great vibes, and you're gonna see a bad man on October 18th.
Are you gonna bring any of those Denver guys out? Like, I know Curtis Blades and you, for example, are very close. Curtis has a fight, but would you consider bringing him out?
Absolutely. After his fight, we talked about him potentially coming out, helping me with some wrestling, because we all know Weidman's a fantastic wrestler. If Curtis can't hold me down, there's no way Chris is holding me down. So it's not about not getting taken down. It's about getting back up and making them pay.
Dominick, just a few for me. I think people were starting to get a little lukewarm on Volkan, but he had that incredible performance against the Do you foresee maybe you two meeting each other down the line?
Absolutely. Volkan's a tremendous competitor. He's a great fighter and he's evolving. You know, he's only getting better, which is awesome for the division. For me, I become champ. Oh, that was nice. Sorry. I become champ, you know, and then we could run it back, or we'll see what happens. But I see a rematch down the line for sure.
What are your early assessments of Chris Weidman moving up? Because, you know, we've seen like Luke Rockhold come up, didn't go so well. We've seen someone like Anthony Smith come up and really rejuvenate his career.
I'm not the guy you want to come up and fight your first fight. That's just it. That's how I feel about it. I'm not the guy. I don't know whether to be honored, you know, that I got him, or disrespected. So I'm just pissed. Like, that's just how I feel. I'm just pissed.
So last one for me, sorry. You mentioned that after a win over Weidman, you're expecting a title shot. Have you heard any murmurs from the UFC or your management that is what's going to happen if you win?
Yes.
He mentioned Anthony Smith. Sorry, I was going to say, he mentioned Anthony Smith. I know you guys have had a little back and forth on social media a little bit. Is that a fight you see happening at some point just because of the fact there was some animosity there?
Yeah. He's going to be in the division for a while, you know, hopefully. And I'm not going anywhere, so we're going to fight eventually. I would have preferred to fight him over Weidman, but his hands, you know, he's out right now. If he wasn't out, I would have fought him. Or if Gus would have won, I would have fought Gus. So it kind of threw a wrench in that whole thing. So then I ended up with Weidman.
What is it about him where you guys don't see eye to eye, so to speak? I know it's the division, you guys are fighters, but it seemed like you guys, like there was some sort of back and forth.
I don't know. I said, what are you doing? Let's fight. And he took it real personal and got upset. He went like, I was like, hey man, we're going to fight or what? And he's like, the other way, like the whole other way. So I don't know. He's getting brave on Twitter or what? I don't know.
So what's the UFC or management that told you you're getting a title shot?
Confidential.